Yeah, it's not breaking news at this point that EBT might be paused in November. You got people crying, cursing, stealing, and somehow still blaming everyone but themselves. Okay, let's break it down. These clips, the panic, and who's and what's actually behind it.
Hi, you guys. I'm out of the store. So they wanted $7 for this. Mind you, I don't have food stamps anymore. They cut me off. So I only had $22 left in food stamps. So this is what I stole. Okay.
Wow.
They wanted $9 for this. I said, oh, I don't got $9. Then they wanted $2 for this. They wanted, sorry, it's all fucked up because it's been in my purse. $7 for this. I'm making some stuffed salmon today. These are needed. I'm not paying $7 for that. Okay. Let me show you the most important thing to me. Short ribs. Take off the label so that you don't beep. Get your fucking meat. How many do you think that I got? How many short ribs is that? Hi, you guys. I'm out of the store.
Look, man, she's calm about stealing like it's just part of her grocery run. That's what happened when the system teaches survival without self-control. You know, crime stats start sounding like an option. And notice, it's not bread, it's not milk, it's not the essentials. It's salmon, short ribs, seasonings, luxury struggle meals, right? Man, that's the entitlement generation that we're in. Broke but still shopping like influencers. I was going to say her nails done, look like one of them off. I mean, one hand of them off. And if that's what happens when benefits stop for one person, I want you to imagine what happens when it stops for 40 million.
I feel bad for whoever work at Walmart, Kroger's, or Myers. Close y'all self-checkouts. Maybe even better, get y'all some top-flight security at the door because people are about to walk out with their groceries. They not giving a fuck no more. You telling me y'all closed these folks' food stamps down knowing the holidays was coming up? These folks gotta get stuff for their babies. These folks gotta get gifts and everything. And it's already bad. Motherfuckers already working 2 jobs, doing DoorDash, and doing this just to maintain, to live. You cut their food stamps off. You cut Medicaid off. I would never understand that. And for the ones who voted for this man,
That's me.
y'all knew y'all was dead wrong. But I'm going to tell y'all this now. The Lord is the only people we can revive on because
What?
it's about to be bad. It's about to be so.
Hold on, what did she say? The Lord is what?
The Lord is the only people we can revive on because it's about to be bad. It's about to be so bad. And I feel bad for people. I really do. Because how it's coming, you might want to hide your groceries yourself because they're going to break in and get your groceries.
Now, she said it not wrong. If that many people lose food aid at once, chaos hit first and logic hits later, as you can see with all these TikTok videos that we're going through that's hitting all over the internet. But this is where fear turns into excuse before facts even come out. She blames the man that we voted for. That line says a lot. People want government to be a parent, but then get mad when daddy cuts the card off. And it's the Democrats actually out here doing this. Still, not everybody's talking about this in a way that they still feel a need to get a handout. Some are just tired of the circus altogether.
Y'all, I'm really tore up about the no EBT for the month of November. Don't y'all know Thanksgiving coming up? Don't y'all know no SNAP EBT benefits affect a bunch of people? Do y'all know that affect y'all community? That affect your neighbor? I know it affects somebody in your family.
Yeah, it was affecting all of us because illegals are getting, our tax dollars. But hey, continue.
How it affect your cousin, sister, brother, them? It's affecting somebody. It's even affecting some people's side hustle. Again, Thanksgiving coming up. Just think of how many people. I just can't believe how many people that's going to affect. Y'all, This is getting ridiculous. Something going on. Y'all better start paying attention. For the people that's able to work, y'all better start working. But I did want to know if y'all gonna be stealing. What day y'all going to steal? Cause see, I don't want to be another day y'all going to steal. So
I know
tell
that's
me the day
right.
y'all stealing.
Now, she's not promoting crime. She's just saying, tell me what day y'all stealing on so I can stay home. And that's real talk, though. You know, most regular people just want peace. And she's also saying what no politician, will. That EBT cuts don't just affect the poor. They ripple through whole communities, stores, neighborhoods, local jobs, all connected. But, of course, we're just trying to get rid of the illegal waste. That's it. Oh, well. Let's get into the actual reason this panic started. The New York rule that somehow turned into another culture war.
Every family, every meal. Food is justice, food is real.
Demonstrators rally on the Lower East Side in protest of forthcoming federal changes for those receiving government assistance to buy food. As part of the president's Big Beautiful Bill, Americans in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, will now have to prove they are working, volunteering, or enrolled in an education program for at least 80 hours a month, or risk losing their food stamps or SNAP benefits altogether. 34-year-old Anthony Pearson, among those who are concerned.
How can I work 80 hours if I have children? I have to pick up my children from school and I have to take my kids to school. How am I going to work that many hours? It doesn't make sense.
Molly Wasso Park, commissioner for the New York City Department of Social Services, is calling the change problematic.
So for somebody who's working a shift job, somebody who's working in the gig economy, that can be very, very challenging. A home health aide, for example, whose client goes into the hospital and so doesn't work for a week, that could impact her ability to receive SNAP for the month.
Park and other social services officials also have their backs against the wall to get the word out. The changes go into effect November 2nd.
They gave us 30 days to put these new requirements into place. So it's very challenging for the agency, and it's going to be very challenging for recipients as well.
I've never seen people so happy in our country because of that, because so many different groups of people are being taken care of.
But not everyone agrees.
It's a $200 billion cut nationally to SNAP. And SNAP is really a lifeline for so many families.
Elizabeth McCarthy is president and CEO of the Community Food Bank of Central New Jersey, one of the many tri-state food pantries helping families that are facing food insecurity.
I think people have this misnomer that people on SNAP aren't working. About 82% of people on SNAP are working already. But having to prove that and show the documentation is very challenging to some people who may not have a computer, may only be doing things on their phone, to be able to upload documentation to prove that they've worked 20 hours every week.
The new proof of work requirement applies to SNAP recipients 18 to 64 and now includes the homeless, veterans, those aging out of foster care, and parents with children 14 and older.
We currently serve over 90 million meals every year. We're sort of expecting that number will go up.
Exemptions include anyone on disability, and SNAP recipients are being urged to contact their benefits coordinator for further guidance.
80 hours a month he's complaining about? That's 20 hours a week, man. 4 hours a day for, 5 days? But yeah, that's, like I said, it's about 20 hours a week. Not full time, just something. And somehow that's controversial. America's arguing over whether working half a week is oppression. Here's the truth. Most people on food stamps already work. So why are they mad? Because the rule forces the rest to prove it. Paperwork isn't slavery. It's accountability. And while folks argue about compassion, one clip took it straight to religion.
The difference between me and you is you think food should be earned. I think food should be a right. The difference between me and you is you think clothing should be earned. I think clothing should be a right. The difference between me and you is that you think housing should be earned. I think housing should be a right. The difference between me and you is you think education should be earned. I think education should be a right. The difference between me and you is you think healthcare should be earned. I think healthcare should be a right. The difference between me and you is you believe that basic human needs should be delivered based on your ability to earn them. I think they should be delivered based on your existence on this planet. That's the difference between me and you. The difference between me and you is I care about human well-being way more than I care about profit. The difference between me and you is I'd much rather feed 100 kids, knowing that 20 of them could afford to food themselves, than to not feed 100 kids because 20 kids might get away with eating for free. That's the difference between me and you. I'm the atheist, you're the Christian. Which one of us is more aligned with the guy who you claim to worship? Which one of us is more aligned with the guy who you claim came to save mankind and cares about the least of us more than the top 1%? You point me to the scripture where your Jesus said, what you do to the least amongst us that can prove to you that they're worthy of your help, you do amongst me. You're not going to find that scripture. The difference between me and you is I care about human well-being for my enemies and my friends, my best foe and my best friend equally. Because human well-being is something we should all agree on. And if one kid is starving, we should be just as pissed off as if 100 kids are starving. And the fact is, way more than 100 kids are starving every single fucking day. But you rather say, where's the money coming from? That's the difference between me and you.
Now, he's got passion. I'll give him that. But it's interesting how quick people quote Jesus when it's about getting and not giving. You know, the Bible says feed the hungry. It doesn't say rob your neighbor when the card runs dry. That's not what it says. In that I'd rather feed 100 kids even if 20 could afford it line. Noble on paper. But somebody's still paying for those 20. Compassion doesn't work if the math doesn't. Meanwhile, the politicians who cause this are busy pointing fingers and still getting paid.
Let me put some information out there for y'all. And I'm not telling you who to vote for. I just want you to hear this information, do whatever you want with it, and then form your opinion afterwards. But to everybody saying this is who y'all voted for, Trump's the reason why all of this is going on with SNAP benefits, government shutdown, this, that, and the third. Democrats are actually the reason why the government is being shut down. Is shut down. They're the ones who has voted no 10 plus times to get the government open back up. SNAP benefits, they voted no. Paying essential workers, they voted no.
Facts.
The Republicans are bringing these bills to pass to pay these things and fund these programs. The Democrats are voting no. Why? To use it as leverage. They want y'all to say it's Trump's fault. That's what they want, to divert the attention off of them, put it on Trump. That way y'all don't even realize that they're not for the people. They're the ones that are the reason all of this is going on. They want Trump to go down in history as the president who has had this huge crisis under his term, when they're the ones who are voting no. But they don't want you to know that. Y'all need to understand, the biggest thing about it is that y'all need to understand that while they're voting no to not fund the SNAP program, not open the government, not pay essential workers, while they're voting no for all of those things.
Uh-oh. Come on now. What's going on? Why they're voting no for all of those things, you were saying? Well, up to the rest of the video.
So everybody else is suffering, but they're still getting paid. Again, this is leverage because they want Trump to go down in history as the president over this, during his term, to have this huge crisis, when the Democrats are the ones to have been voting no for everything. They just want y'all to continue to blame Trump. That's their goal. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you to switch sides, who to vote for, none of that. I just want you to know the truth and know the information before you go around pointing the finger, because that's what they want you to do. And I'm not the one to fearmonger. But if you got some money, some extra money, you should probably go to the grocery store and load up. Because at the rate that this is going right now, November is going to be a wild one.
I mean, he's right. Democrats blocked over 10 bills to reopen the government and fund SNAP, and then blamed Trump for the fallout. You can't scream for the people while cutting them paychecks. But don't get it twisted. You know, some of these rhinos play the same game. Republicans posture. You got some Republicans posture, Democrats stall, and everyday taxpayers covers the damage. It's crazy. And while the serious folks are arguing, social media turned into a meme.
What the fuck you mean? Who ain't getting that goddamn food stamps in goddamn November? Cause I'm getting my goddamn shit. I don't know about the rest of you motherfuckers, but I'm getting my shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you just like this, on Jesus Lamar motherfucking Christ, I will be at motherfucking Walmart with my steel toes on and my motherfucking helmet, and I dare a bitch try to stop me from walking out that motherfucking store with my groceries. Baby, I'm 250 pounds solid. Baby, you want to see a human motherfucking bulldozer, baby? Because that's what the fuck I'm going to turn into. If you think you going to stop me from leaving out that goddamn store with my motherfucking monthly groceries that I get every goddamn month, I ain't bothering no goddamn body, okay? Why the fuck is y'all bothering me and my goddamn food? Get off fucking store!
Oh, man. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know I was going to get that right there at the end. This clip roasted a woman worrying about her EBT card, then immediately promotes a song about the working class. Yeah, man. Got to sell that relatability, because I relate to that. I don't think that's messed up, but the perfect metaphor for our culture. Nobody wants to fix the problem. They just want to go viral talking about it. And then you've got the ones who go completely off of the rails.
You know why so many racist white people are okay with SNAP benefits being removed from everybody in the United States of America, and they sit here and act like they're not the largest recipients of SNAP benefits in this country? You know why white people don't care? Because they're used to eating people. Specifically us. They love the taste of our melanin.
Now, this is just pure shock bait. This guy says white people are fine with SNAP cuts because they are used to eating people. Bro, what? That's not even commentary. That's like clickbait cosplay. But underneath that nonsense is the sad truth. People would rather make racial memes than hold the government, or the Democrats rather, in the government accountable right now. Divide the poor, distract from the power. So here's the real. No panic, no politics, just reality, okay? If you're on SNAP, get your info from your state, not from these viral TikToks that's going around over the internet. If you're able-bodied, do something. Work. Volunteer. Take a class. 80 hours isn't the end of the world. And if you're able, or not able, rather, because I already said able. If you're not able, you know, you probably want to reach out to your local food bank now before the shelves get hit. And everyone else, don't mock the struggle if you never lived it. But also don't romanticize it either. Accountability and empathy can exist at the same time. It's me just trying to stay balanced on the situation. It's like, you already know where I stand with it. Other than that, y'all be safe, please. Oh, wait, I didn't give y'all no word. I was just going to leave y'all. Let's put get a job. If you made it to the end of the video, y'all be safe. Please go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life.